the glass plant was one of the biggest ones to close down first. It changed hands. It was owned by Numeris in Montreal, and he could care less what this community did with the glass plant. He sold it. He sold it to American Can Company. So what did they do? Oh, they ran it for a while. It was too much complaint, and then beer started being put in cans, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And so.
And plastic came in.
And then plastic came in, and glass containers, just went by the board. The plant still operates making fiberglass.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, but it's all automated. There's very few employees.
Okay.
Whereas the glass plant was much more, employing labor intensive at that time. They had automated, blowing machines and that sort of thing. But even then, there was a fair contingent of labor involved.
Mm-hmm.
So the brick and tile, XL, they're going strong.
Okay.
And they're one of our success stories. But there again, you see what's happened to that union is that they have automated brick making machines. And they go through that plant and nobody touches those bricks and they're pushed on the truck. Automatic palleting.
Mm-hmm.
The bricks come out of there and they're automatically palleted, go on the big truck and away they go.
And they closed their plant at Redcliffe.
Yeah, and they just recently closed the brick plant at Redcliffe.
3 or 4 years ago?
Yep.
Or 4 years ago?
What about some of the other plants? My mom used to make sauerkraut in those big Medalta.
Oh, crofts, yeah.
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 What happened to Medalta?
Well, during the war, and the Delta was going great. They were a big ceramic supplier to the CPR and the hotels across Canada and so on. But then after the war, they lost a lot of those contracts to overseas and so on.
Mm-hmm.
And they just weren't making enough money to stay in business, I guess.
Well,
I don't know.
They had a big fire too.
Yeah, and they had a fire.
They I think to restore was just too costly for them felt too costly to do this.
And
The competition too, from the mass production that was happening.
Okay.
It was a labor-intensive plant too.
Right.
And that stuff was hand-painted.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, there was a big group of people just doing nothing but painting.
Mm-hmm.
And another group, working just part of the kiln, and that group, and of course, that made that plant quite inefficient when automation came in and automatic production lines started. And so, well, do you build a new plant here with automatic, or do you just close her down?
So we've lost that natural advantage. We've lost a lot of that industry.
Yeah, we have lost quite a bit.
What remains of it?
Well, the fertilizer industry, let's see, that was kind of a latecomer into this area, but it was big.
What was the name of the company?
Yeah, it was
Northwest Nitro.
Northwest
Okay.
Nitro was the first big fertilizer plant in Western Canada. Well, no, Calgary had one.
Okay.
That was Elephant brand, Kongminko
Yeah.
owned. But this one was, Northwest was a private outfit, and they had branches in the United States too.
Right.
And they came in here and they built a plant here. They used French equipment to build a plant, and my understanding is that it had a life expectancy of something like 5 years.
Okay. I see that. Yeah.
Something like 5 years. And so the maintenance of that plant just went up like this after 5 years. And by that time, Northwest Nitro, they knew it right from the beginning, I'm sure. They sold it to the pool.
Okay.
Okay? And the pool found out that this plant is just gone. It's, fertilizer is very corrosive stuff, and the plant was really falling apart. So then they built this new plant. And this new plant is still operating. But then again, once again, what happens? Each time they rebuild a plant, the more automated it becomes.
Mm-hmm.
And, people, instead of walking around checking this and this, they sit in a panel and it all gets checked from there.
Right.
One man.